1964 was a turning point in NASCAR history, a year that would forever change the landscape of American motorsport. Ford's big block engines had been dominating the tracks, racking up wins and building a reputation for speed and reliability. But then, seemingly out of nowhere, Chrysler unleashed the 426 Hemi at Daytona, and everything changed. The Hemi's revolutionary hemispherical combustion chambers allowed for bigger valves, better airflow, and a dramatic increase in horsepower. It was a technological leap that left competitors scrambling. Richard Petty and his team swept Daytona, taking first, second, and third place. Ford's dominance vanished almost overnight, replaced by the thunderous roar of the Hemi. The rivalry between Ford and Chrysler became more than just a race. It was a battle for pride, for bragging rights, and for the hearts of American car buyers. Henry Ford II, the man at the helm of Ford, absolutely hated losing, especially to Chrysler, their fiercest rival. The arrival of the Hemi wasn't just a technical challenge, it was a direct threat to Ford's reputation, their business, and their legacy in racing. Ford's engineers in Dearborn got the urgent call: build an engine to beat the Hemi, and do it fast. The pressure was on like never before. The pressure was immense. This was about more than just racing. It was about Ford's image, their future, and their place in American culture. Winning on Sunday meant selling on Monday, and the Hemi was stealing the spotlight in showrooms across the country, drawing crowds and headlines. Ford's mission was clear: out-engineer Chrysler, reclaim the top spot, and restore their reputation as the kings of speed. The clock was ticking, and the world was watching every move, every race, every innovation. The challenge was enormous: create a Hemi killer, or risk losing it all. The stakes had never been higher for Ford's racing program. Ford's response would become one of the greatest engine stories in racing history, a tale of innovation, determination, and high-octane rivalry. The engineers knew that failure simply wasn't an option. The company's honor was on the line, the stakes were higher than ever, and the pressure was relentless. The Hemi had changed the game, rewriting the rules of competition, and Ford had no choice but to answer the challenge. The race to build a legend had begun, and every second counted as Ford's engineers worked around the clock. The 90-day wonder was about to enter the history books, setting the stage for a new era in racing. Ford's top engineers were handed a nearly impossible challenge: just 90 days to create a brand new engine that could change the course of racing history. There were no computers, no digital simulations, just slide rules, drafting boards, and relentless determination. Every calculation was done by hand, every idea sketched out in pencil. This was a secret, all-hands-on-deck project, hidden from competitors and even from many within Ford itself. The team worked around the clock, fueled by coffee, adrenaline, and the pressure of an unforgiving deadline. They couldn't just tweak the old 427, they had to reinvent it from the ground up, pushing the limits of what was possible. The breakthrough idea was bold: move the camshafts to the top of the cylinder heads, a radical departure from tradition. They started with the tough 427 FE block, but everything above it was new, untested, and ambitious. Every day, parts were designed, built, and tested, sometimes scrapped and redone the very same day. Failure was not an option. The pace was brutal, but the mission was clear: beat the Hemi at its own game and restore Ford's dominance on the track. The 90-day wonder nickname was well-earned, a testament to the team's grit and ingenuity. This was American ingenuity at its finest, a story of teamwork and pride in the face of overwhelming odds. The engineers poured their expertise, sweat, and pride into every detail, refusing to settle for anything less than perfection. The company's racing future, and its reputation, depended on their success. The stakes had never been higher. In just 3 months, through sleepless nights and relentless effort, they created something extraordinary. The 427 SOHC was born, a radical new engine, ready to take on the Hemi and rewrite racing history. The world of motorsports was about to witness a revolution, and Ford was leading the charge. Ford's answer to Chrysler was finally ready for battle, the result of 90 days of pure innovation. The countdown to Daytona had begun, and the world was watching. The result of Ford's Sprint, a mechanical marvel that would shake the racing world to its core. The 427 single overhead cam, or SOHC, nicknamed the Cammer, was unlike anything Ford had built before. Unlike traditional pushrod engines, the Cammer's camshafts sat directly atop the heads. eliminating the need for push rods and lifters entirely. This meant a lighter, stiffer valve train, allowing for higher RPMs, more precise timing, and a dramatic boost in horsepower. Ford borrowed the Hemi's legendary hemispherical combustion chambers, but added their own twist with the innovative overhead cams. The Camry was massive, featuring huge heads, giant valves, and a nearly 7-foot-long timing chain that snaked through the engine. On the dyno, it made over 600 horsepower straight out of the box, an astonishing figure for 1964 and almost unheard of at the time. With expert tuning and the right setup, the Camry could push its output even higher, making it a true monster on the track. The Camry was more complex and powerful than anything else on the track, a true leap forward in racing technology. Ford's engineers had delivered a true Hemi killer, a machine designed to dethrone the competition and set new standards. The 427 SOHC was pure racing technology, built with one purpose: to dominate the competition on America's fastest tracks. The impossible deadline had been met, and Ford's engineers had pulled off a feat many thought was impossible. The stage was set for a legendary showdown at Daytona, where the world would witness the Camry's debut. Ford was ready to reclaim its crown, and the racing world was watching with anticipation. The Camry was poised to change racing forever, setting the stage for a new era of speed and innovation. The legend was about to begin, and the world of motorsport would never be the same. The 90-day wonder was unleashed, and its roar would echo through racing history. Radical innovation comes with risks, and the Camry's Achilles heel was its long timing chain. Nearly 7 feet of chain had to stay tight at 7,000 RPM, a huge challenge. Chain stretch caused erratic timing, making the engine unpredictable. For drivers, this meant inconsistent power and reliability fears. If the chain failed, catastrophic engine damage followed. Ford's teams tried new tensioners and guides, but the chain was always a weak point. The Camry's power was matched by its unpredictability. The timing chain issue haunted every race. It was a compromise of radical design on an old-school block. The Camry's future in NASCAR was suddenly uncertain. Just as Ford prepared to unleash the Camry, NASCAR banned it. The 427 SOHC was too exotic, never sold in street cars unlike Chrysler's Hemi. NASCAR outlawed both engines, hoping to level the playing field. Ford's masterpiece was sidelined before it ever raced. But drag racing welcomed the Camry with open arms. The quarter mile was perfect for its high RPM power. Drag racers saw its potential and made it even stronger. The Camry found new life in AFX Mustangs, Comets, and Falcons. It became the star of the drag strip, rewriting the rules of speed. The engine rejected by NASCAR became a drag racing legend. On the drag strip, the Camry absolutely dominated, leaving competitors in its dust. Legends like Gas Ronda and Connie Kalitta shattered records with it, rewriting what was possible. Drag racers solved the timing chain problem with gear drives, making the engine nearly bulletproof and more reliable. Superchargers and nitromethane pushed horsepower to new heights, unleashing raw power never seen before. In 1965, a Camry-powered dragster broke the 200 mph barrier, stunning the racing world. By 1967, Kalitta's Bounty Hunter hit 226 mph, setting a new standard for speed. The Camry became the heart of the wildest, most innovative machines in drag racing. Its high RPM scream became iconic, thrilling fans and echoing through the stands. The 90-day wonder was now a world beater, feared and respected by all who faced it. The Camry's legend was cemented in quarter-mile history, forever remembered as a true icon. The 427 SOHC Camry's racing life was short, but its legacy endures. It symbolizes a time when engineers pushed boundaries and dared to dream big. The Camry inspired future Ford performance engines and made overhead cams a Ford hallmark. Today, original Camrys are rare treasures, coveted by collectors and hot rodders. Seeing one at a car show draws a crowd. It's a piece of muscle car history. The Camry's story is about rivalry, ingenuity, and the pursuit of greatness. Ford set out to beat the Hemi, and created a legend instead. From secret workshops to drag strip glory, the Camry's journey is motorsport lore. It's a reminder of when horsepower was king and rules were made to be broken. The 90-day wonder's echo still roars in workshops and on drag strips today. It was more than an engine. It was a miracle of American engineering. The Camry's legacy lives on, a testament to the power of innovation.